Oh, brother. You know, it occurs to me. It occurs to me that you're 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 under a lot of got a lot of stuff going on. You got a lot of stuff to do, and not only that, your schedule's full. So you're constantly being pulled this way and that. Brother, like this is my thing. You and I started this. Well, you started it about, I guess. When did you start putting out videos? I guess about 20, right? Around the middle of 2020, right? Well, you were out almost a year before I ever saw your first video. But by then I was long. I was already. Just to give you a rundown. From 18, actually really from 17. After I went back to jail, just on the strength that just how lucky I am. There was nothing I could do for this place. I hated this place so badly that I wasn't going to put the gun in my mouth. I tried that a couple times and it just misfired. There would just be no, I even brought a bullet to a gunsmith and he was like, "That's impossible." I said, "Yeah, no, ain't it?" The thing was, this world has never been a friend to me, not even close. My childhood probably, I think yours might have been a little worse with the radical Christians, but mine are, my childhood was miserable, and then the only thing I was allowed to do was, martial arts and church. And look, I was coming out of that early. I saw holes in that early, and fundamental Christians believe in the King James Version of the Bible only, and there's no way it's infallible. That's the exact Word of God, and this, and that, and the other, and the whole Old Testament just never did, the whole sacrifice and blood drinking shit never did, never resonated with me at all. Well, just to make a long story even shorter, I've been friends with Jessica Negura, and she has the biggest wealth of content on this subject in all the world. She's got over, I think, like close to 3,000 videos now on this subject, and thecomingofourcreator.com. And I helped her build that website because Jason and them owned everything, and they were hacking it, and they were destroying her information, and they kept hacking her. So whenever the incident happened with you and I wasn't even close to being as like activated as you are. Remembering who I am, because I know exactly who you are, and I don't know. I spent my whole life alone because of this. The abilities that I've always had were too much for people, and the only thing that ever was around me was women. And whenever you're going through what the world would call split personality disorder, and what is it anyway, all the labels that they put on us. I've always talked to driver, passenger, and the guy in the trunk. I called them, all three of them, and drivers always had wings, always, and to make it, 2020, excuse me, 2021, Christmas 21, no, Christmas 20, I was done. I had just, I had just lost someone that I love dearly to this again. The cops around here were murderers. So, I mean, I was one of those ones where you know, I never hesitated to fight for what I believed in, and I've always known that the cops and you know, the system is fucking broken and they're wrong, and boy, they've been on me a long time, but you know, that's not even close to being a problem. What it was I had nothing to do. I had no one to fight for, and then on top of that, like I said, they've known who I was a long time. So they've obviously whenever I got out of jail, I'll say whenever I went to jail in 14, it was probably a good thing. But whenever I got out, I was all the way right. I had most of my you know, I wasn't going to do that no more. I didn't know what I was going to do for work. So, you know, working a job that pays to this was never going to be a thing for me. But I have been I'm a workaholic. I'm a non-stop work machine. In fact, whenever I have things like this going on, like it becomes my obsession, you know. And listen, brother, I don't know what you think, but I mean, I just want to hug you, bro, and just tell you like a person tells another person in a conversation, with a phone call or anything, brother, I love you. I know who you are. You know, Archangel Michael, the Big Kahuna, El Jefe, whatever you want to call it. Well, look here, I'm right there with you, babe. I'm right there with you. I'm the flip side of your coin too. I mean, I'm like you know, I'm your brother, man. I'm your brother. And not only that, like I said, we've had some incarnations together, you and I. I had a lady teach me, I guess about 2 years ago, how to you know, forward view, and I was already coming online pretty good, and just using that alone with some of my extra abilities, you know, I was able to learn how to you know, surf our own timelines a little bit. And that's if, of course, it's you know, for others. And you know, I helped Jessica. You know, remember that, you know, you guys had a thing, you know, in one of those incarnations, and I was there. This was whenever we were all, you know, big giant cat, human cat god things, man. Yeah, that was our first round, I think. But oh, that's my least favorite, man. That's my least favorite to talk about, because I feel like you know, most of that was what happened there was my fault, and so I've had a lot of, you know, I guess a lot of get back, and then of course what happened between me, you, and Jason. Now let me explain something, brother. Whenever I finally got to the bottom of that, I was actually talking to Tony Lopez whenever I witnessed, you know, the smoking gun, and I told Tony, I said, man, look, Jason, I just called Jason. He's cleaning me out, and he's pinning it. He's jacked my brother, and he's pinning it on me. He's trying to do the old double cross, and he did it well. You know, and there was the same day that, like, you know, you guys were, you know, the same day that we met, bro. And then after that, you know, you know that, like, you know that I had about $7,000 put back then. I actually sent you $700 that day, and you never got that. Jason got that, and I was doing all right back then. You know, I wasn't like balling or anything, but I was managing to do all right. I had to put myself through computer school because, dude, I was never going to do that, man. But I mean, that's what the enemy was using, man. So I got a bachelor's degree in software. you know, and I hate it. I hate the code red. I hate it. I can't wait till I never have to use this phone again. In fact, half the time it doesn't even work. Most of it doesn't even work on me anyway, and it's so corrupted with both sides, you know, pulling both sides, dude. It's unbelievable, unbelievable. And you know, brother, I just I guess I'm saying this because, you know, I love you with all my heart, bro. And dude, I wish I would have been more like you on things, but unfortunately, you know, people can't wake up until somebody sees it, until somebody goes through it, until, you know, so, you know, I mean, I'm not even gonna say nothing about that, but I mean, brother, if I can get to you on the 9th, man, I'm gonna come see you on the 9th. You'll be in Vermosa Beach, and I can find the money to get that far. You know, but Jason and them robbed me for, I guess, about almost $100,000 this year, and all this Bitcoin, whatever. Like I don't really know like exactly what's what, because I swore off Bitcoin a long time ago, and I have not. If we're like entitled to some Bitcoin, that's gonna be an issue. And like I keep getting like put to this like cybersecurity site or whatever. This dude, it's just a slicked up, fucking scam is all it is, because um, you have to fucking pay money in order to get your money. Like, does that even make sense? Dude, no. Only on this place do you have that fucking problem. No, dude. No, indeed. You know? I've only been taken from since all this has happened. And no one was more ready for this than me, brother. No one. And like I said, I'm in a position now where because of who I am, I get kind of persecuted by some of the ones I shouldn't, you know, because my Father made me of the light, and that's who I am. And listen, brother, I guess if I got to sit here till next Christmas, I love you, man. And look, you could use me, bro. Not only could you use me, but you need me, friend. You need me. If you and I were in the same room, the power that we could do. Brother, you meditate with me, and we're going to do something. I don't know if you watch my videos, but like every time that I've ever meditated, especially in like one with you, otherworldly stuff was going on during it. For sure, for sure. That was one of the first clues. But you have this block around you right now, and I understand. I do, but I mean, really, I don't, because that just means that you don't know who I am, and you're not getting the full story, brother. You're not. Now, I've got this big bank, this NCBA bank there. Now, we all know who they are, right? We all know who they represent. Okay. Now, they got me an account with $10 million in it. But brother, listen, I'm not doing nothing until you and I discuss things, because I feel like that's what's keeping me and you from like speaking, you know. And I mean, how are we gonna move mountains if we don't have money to do it with, you know? And I mean, with the knowledge you and I have, don't you think that we could turn this world around in just a few months? I mean, with like the right. I mean, I don't know what you got going on, brother. I know that you play poker better than anyone. And like I said, I've only been able to see you on the other side of the veil a couple times, and like it's like you're surrounded in this thing, you know. But I mean, I knew that yesterday was going to be the day for me to just, listen. I ain't never been home here, brother. I ain't never been home here. And, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. It's just a strain on the people that I love, and I would rather just leave them what I have and just go, So everybody's having trouble right now, and people need hands-on countenance. People need to talk to people, and people need to have, the reason why the cabal keeps kicking our ass is because they're unified. They have a team, and we're all at odds, at war, want to try to assert our bigness over. No one knows the pecking order, but I mean, that's just because they're not awake, man. You are, and I am, and I mean, there's a pattern to this. There's an order to this, right? So, I love you, brother. I'm here, man. I don't know what else I can do. I was able to make a little money with crypto here and there because, I was one of the guys that was writing all the code for it, man. But I have never made a lot of money on it, and I never will because it's not what we want. And I feel like that's like what's holding you back from being around me. And, brother, look at my bank accounts. Look at what I'm going through whenever, dude, I don't have I guess I'm afraid to be by myself. I guess I'm afraid to be by myself. They did. They ran me into a box, and I guess, especially after I got out of prison, you can ask my family, I wouldn't even leave my trailer. I wouldn't forever. For anything. I wouldn't care if the power got cut off or whatever. Thank God I was doing great until all this started happening. Until Jason that day. Ever since then, it's been downhill, and I don't understand why, because I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Money is something that we ain't even going to need here soon. So I don't understand why, So, I mean, that's why that NCBA bank is like, still on my phone, because I don't know. I mean, I don't know what. I'm just now knowing who I am, brother. I've been knowing who you are, but I'm just now knowing who I am, bro. So, I'm just letting you know, man. I'm here to help you, man. I'm here to help you, whatever it is, whether it's drive the car, make sure your traffic's clean. Make sure just recently you got free of that mess, and I was calling in all kinds of matches to make that happen, brother. And it's that's why I figured out who I was. You started calling in all the earth chakras again, the next day. So hallelujah. There's some black magic on us, man, especially on you. There was, and I saw the fear in your eyes. That was about a month and a half ago. But I don't know what's going on, man. But like I said, we need to talk, especially about a few things that I don't have clarity on, and like I said, the world needs to know these things, and you and I can prove it together. And I have detailed, and I have about 12 drives that are everything. Got everything on it, man. You guys are never going to get it looking through my stuff right here. So. I'm making this video so y'all watch it. I guess I'm just going to leave it in my contents. So, you guys watch my video. And, let's talk about what to do here, Or not. Maybe, you look like you got it under control. It looks to me like I'm the one that's really just, needing a friend, or, need to talk to somebody that's not in need, and I don't need nothing, bro. I'm good, but as far as like money goes, I don't have money. I spend all of it helping the people around me. Every bit of it. Every bit that I get, I spend more than I get, just like today. You know, but I will come see you on the 9th. But, I mean, I feel like before I do that, I need to be invited, you know. So, I love you with all my heart, brother. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I didn't just come straight out there and just smash Jason up with some, you know, with some truth right there and just say, hey, not only are you stealing my brother's money, but you're stealing mine too. And what do we do? But I mean, but brother, we got him red-handed. So I got him red-handed. And not only that, it was Jessica, Sam, you, me, 2 other people. I mean, and Jessica, they hit her the worst. Man, they hit her the worst. They've been on her about 5 years. So she's almost ready to quit right now. And listen, that's our sister, man. Without her, I would not have even known, you know. I would have probably just, you know, if it would have been for angelic intervention, I wouldn't be here. And that's truth. So I love you, brother. I love you, brother. You know? We're going to wake up a lot of people, man. Truth. 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 This is for everybody. But I'm just making that video so that you guys will watch this and see why everything's the way it is. I understand. I'm not like confused a little bit. I know exactly who's who. I don't want to do nothing rash without. I mean, because we're trying to save everybody, right? So, all right. I love you, man. Just I love you, man. White light, baby.